copyright 1976. Allows me to fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, reporting, teaching, and more.
For early access to videos, as well as exclusive members-only content, please click the join button or see the description for the link.
Dirty. No, I'm clean, how I'm coming, I can't show no mercy. Know what I mean, know what I need, know I got this for certain.
I'll miss kinda. That's who he reminds me of, is Cat Williams. And how he acts, anyways. Okay, I'll do that one more time for you guys. Sometimes I like to put my hands under my armpits and then go like this. It's so dumb. Oh man. Dang it. All right, guys. All right, bye, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Do I think Fred is guilty of anything? As far as with Summer, no. Absolutely no way. I would put my life on it. Seriously, I would put my life on it and have a in my head, and if he's involved, pull the trigger because I know he's not involved. That's how sure I am.
Imagine me and you. I think about you day and night.
Welcome back. This is part 2 of Fred and Ziggy Forever. And I think we'll just watch some clips in this one. Try to keep it lighthearted and funny. There's a few serious moments, but anyway, let's get started here with a funny one.
Thanks. Oh, gosh.
There's the good old Fred giggle. She really does get giggly with him. It is very, very interesting. Oh, I just can't. All right, so I'll kind of set this up here. So Ziggy, being Ziggy, is making sure that Fred is all set for when he gets out of jail, and she is having her people get him gifts, you know, clothing, shaving items, toiletries, you know, things that you might need when you get out of jail if you don't have anything. So here is some of that.
Now this is a silly question, but people want to know because they're getting you items for your when you go to rehab. They said boxers or briefs. Boxers, he said, guys. He'd rather
Now, people can spend their money on, you know, whatever they want. It's not my business. But if it were me, I think I would much rather my money go somewhere to help the missing children. If I hung out at a missing child's kind of page, I don't know. I think this is something like give all your money to suspects month. I mean, it has to be. This month has been insane. Just wow. It is nice to help people. I understand that. It feels good. It makes you feel good. There are organizations out there, though, who do help those who are just getting out of jail, especially those who are trying to change their life, get into rehab. It is really, really hard to start over. Places like Goodwill or secondhand clothing stores are also helpful. Anyway, I'll post a couple of things that I found just really quick on a quick search. They'll be scrolling as you're listening. And these last couple of screenshots here are actually local to Knoxville, Tennessee. And the secondhand closet, you can actually donate straight there and you'll see the list posted. When people are first getting sober and clean and starting a new life, it's really, really important that they do it for themselves. Not that someone else does everything for them. I just know that the success rate is going to be a lot higher if Fred does for himself, if anyone in that situation does for themselves, and they don't have someone just handing them everything and doing it all for them. And I'm speaking from experience from an Al-Anon standpoint, again, as a codependent, and having those addicts in my life that I loved very much, and I've made those mistakes myself in the past, and it didn't usually work out. On another note, Ziggy or anyone who's giving money and gifts to suspects or to witnesses, in my opinion, I think it's a mistake. Just my opinion, but I don't think it's a good idea. If in the future, this person has to be, say, a witness on a stand, or perhaps they are guilty of a crime, all of those recordings that you've been working so hard on are going to become useless, because any good prosecutor is going to get them all thrown out. And that's because you've given them money. So when I say that you're interfering with justice, you're literally interfering with justice. And isn't that why you're supposed to be here? These are just my thoughts, and I just really disagree with it. Back to these weirdos.
Isn't it funny how I mean, not making fun of him, but he just is so country. He's like, he says the Lord and instead of God, he's just so like wholesome. I don't know. He is not like what people think. It just makes me laugh because I don't know.
Oh, I know why. It's because you love him. It's so sweet. Ziggy, why are you trying so hard? You're trying too hard to convince us.
Hey, so speaking of, she received today, so the item she received today from you guys was a pack of, I think, white t-shirts, a couple long sleeves, a couple thermals, some razors, and the men's hairbrush kit. He pretty much has, he pretty much, he's got a good start. I think he has pretty much like, I put out today his, I had a package to send out with some stuff, and unfortunately, I guess I didn't put it out there in time for the mailman, and now it won't go out till tomorrow, and I'm really worried that it's going to get there in time because he got deodorant and toothpaste. What you guys done that? Yes, oh, I can't believe Ziggy took her daughter out there. Oh my God, her teenage daughter. But always be true to yourself. I'm never gonna freaking sell my freaking soul for a little bit of freaking internet YouTube recognition and some views and a few dollars. No, it's not worth it to me. I'm looking at the long term, not the short term. All these others are looking at the short term. Most of them. Not all of them, but most.
So in this next clip, we have Ziggy reviewing Dawn and Prayer Garden. And the hypocrisy, as usual, is real. The audio is kind of bad with regards to Prayer Garden and Dawn, because Dawn is driving, and so the audio is bad. I mean, it's not really important as so much as what Ziggy's saying, so let's have a listen.
But we do know Ford was thinking something nasty because he said guilty to someone, right? So he had nasty about her daughter.
This really makes me upset. You cannot go, PG, no, I'm sorry, like, you cannot go around saying things about like that so frivolously.
Ziggy, I actually agree with you. The problem is that you do it all the time. So why is it okay for you to do it, but not someone else? So just because it's Fred Now the tragedy pimps can't put blame on him or speculate about him. You guys should not be doing it about anyone. It's messed up.
That is, you cannot do that. That people are already mistaking him with Frank Light. You're gonna put a target on this man's back. Nobody likes a chomo.
It's hard to even believe these words are coming out of your mouth. You have put so many targets on people without any proof. Even from your stupid rods alone, you've put targets on people. You spread false information, add speculation, and all kinds of other garbage. And yes, you put people in danger constantly. I can think of 3 people that you've put in danger just recently in the past couple weeks. Yet you sit here and get mad about Dawn and Prayer Garden doing it. Just because it's Fred. Yeah. Make it make sense, Ziggy. You're a hypocrite. Rules for thee, but not for Ziggy.
That is not true at all. It's just, I don't like, that was just, oh my gosh, sorry guys. I'm not mad at EPG, but come on, I mean, that's just reckless.
Take a look in the mirror, Ziggy. The name Ziggy in the dictionary should just have misinformation right under it. Actually, speculation, exploitation, and misinformation. And you put a target on people almost every single day. Yet you sit up here on some high horse calling others out for doing the same thing. Oh, Ziggy, 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 take your own advice. You literally just possibly put a target on some kid's back. You know, the kid that you talked about in court the other day. And I'm not even going to say it because it's dangerous to even repeat it. But you doing that puts a target on that person, other people for speaking about it, if it's even true. And if it's not true, that could be bad too. Because now there could be somebody out there thinking it is true and that they do have someone they need to worry about or take care of. You are dangerous. And you've done it to multiple people. And don't get me wrong, you're not the only one. But you do the most, in my opinion. In this little tight-knit community here that we have, you do the most. You are the most dangerous. Your mouth is dangerous. And you're going to get someone hurt or worse. And you're not helping Summer. So what exactly is the point? Oh, I know.
And that's, when it comes to SA, child SA, like you cannot like just like, that is a big accusation that ruins men's life all the time.
Just wow. You, Ziggy, how many times have you put SA on Dawn? And Candace as well. Why was that okay? How many children have you put SA on? I can think of 1, 2, 3, 4 off the top of my head. Not only do you have no proof, but you have put that not only on a man and his wife, but on children. If that were to have happened, which again, you have no proof, but if that were to have happened, is that really your story to tell? Or does that story belong to those children? If they wanted to tell it. It is not yours to tell for a paycheck. Yet here you are defending Fred against possible false accusations. But it's perfectly okay for you to do it.
Even men who didn't have anything to do with that, or even never, yeah, I mean, I just think that's...
Oh, Ziggy, huffing and puffing for your man.
You have to look at very soon You've got to look at Fred Hill. You've got to look at the people right there around you. Right there around you.
Wow, PG, this is a far cry from where you're at today, isn't it? It's a little different. A little different when you used Don for content on your channel, when you needed him to come up on your panel. I guess it's different today. You don't need him as much up there. You can just bash him, when he's not there. But your tune sure has changed. A lot. You are a flip-flopper.
We tried. We have as much as possible.
I don't know. It's just...
But talking to Fred is like talking to, I don't know. You're not going to get a straight answer out of it. Period. It's pointless.
That is such a lie. He is the most straightforward, he is the most transparent, honest person of anybody. Listen to how much information we've got out of him. Why is he saying stuff like that? But I've never noticed Fred being like, not being able to answer questions. No, he won't go after. Fred will not go bother Don at all.
How in the flying monkey do you know that?
Now, if Don came down there starting trouble, yeah. But Fred's not the type to. From what I've known.
How do you know any of this? Like, you've literally met the guy a couple times at this point when these clips were made. Absolutely ridiculous. You have no clue what he's capable of at this point.
He's not the type to go out looking for trouble. He just seems to mind his own business and do his thing and, work on his cars, maybe, do a little bit of trading and whatever. That's his everyday thing, is like these little hustles with vehicles, and he's always outside, he's busy. He doesn't go out looking for trouble like that.
Yeah, okay. How do you know that?
And he's not, one that drinks. And he has admitted to doing meth, which that is concerning, because I do know meth does cause like psychotic episodes in some, but I have never noticed anything, besides the monkeys thing. But now we've had even several others confirm this monkey story. When he said that monkey story, though, at first I was like, man, maybe he is a little bit like crazy from drugs or something. But now we hear, like, I guess it's just like anybody else, like believing in Bigfoot or something. It sounds like it's really possible. They have all those caves out there. I asked Haskell Ryan's nephew, I go, how would the monkeys live out here? They said they go down, or they travel back south, or the caves. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. There's all kinds of caves out there.
I was just watching something somebody sent me. Let's see. I talked to rehab lady today concerning Fred as well, and everything's getting lined up, and he is so, I told him he's going to cry when he sees everything that you guys helped with. He's like, I probably am. He is. He's a crier. Telling you, this guy, Fred's a sensitive man. It's crazy to me. He's one of the most, he's very misunderstood. Oh gosh.
Oh gosh. Where is Summer? And why don't you care about her?
Superstar.
Oh, Ziggy, why isn't Fred making these phone calls to the rehab? I don't know. I just know that when people do for themselves, the success rate is going to be that much higher, and they're going to be that much more proud of themselves because they did it themselves. I understand wanting to help people. Again, I do it too. I just know that if he does some of these things for himself, like all of them, it's going to work out a lot better. The odds are more in his favor, I should say. With regard to this codependency issue that you, in my opinion, are having, it really becomes more harmful than helpful. And that is something I've learned from experience. I hope you do let him help himself and take these steps that he needs to do for himself. And again, I'm sharing just from my experience. It's technically, you're still enabling him. Still enabling him. And I hope it doesn't turn out badly. I hope everything works out and he does well. I hope his recovery goes well, and I hope he stays sober, and I hope he does it on his own, because every single person deserves recovery, every person deserves to be well, and every person deserves to do it themselves and for themselves, because I think that makes such a huge difference. Relapse is very common, and I just know that trying to do it the right way the first time will only increase his odds.
Excuse me. Wow. Sorry, my boss interrupted Justin. And I think it caught me off guard when I started. Sorry about that thing. So
I guess some people got a notification about Fred from jail, like people who have, I don't know, those apps that warn you about stuff. Anyway, Ziggy's gonna explain.
So here, I'll show you guys what people. So the reason why there was a new notification put out or whatever is because this was made today for. It says, see, it says custody date February 7th, 2024. Well, obviously that's not true. We know that we've always seen wonky. Here's something different here.
So that one part isn't true, but the rest is? I don't know. These sites are not that trustworthy. Then again, I don't know. I don't use them. I don't know.
Where it shows his actual charges, now people can see it's definitely not manufacturing, meth delivery and sell, maintaining a dwelling for drug use. Okay.
Well, who knows? Regardless of what the charges are, I'm pretty sure I heard you say something along the lines of, I bet Fred taught Laura how to make it. Or maybe you said get it. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's in this video or the last one. So yeah, that's interesting. That would definitely be helpful. And we'll probably still listen to the Math Shack song, because I think it'll be fun. Should we listen to it now? I don't know. I feel like we should. The channel called Pooh has made a funny video regarding a meth shack, and yeah, let's just take a quick listen. And there's also a question I have for you guys after this, so we'll do that. And if I know how to do a poll, maybe I'll do the poll, but I really don't know how to do these type of things. But we could always just ask in the chat or in the comments and then, vote. But let's listen to the Math Shack. It's a little... Okay, let's listen. I can't sing. So I'm going to distort it a little bit too, because I don't really want to show their property or house on my channel. Just not my thing. And no, I do not agree with creators recording people's houses. And I'm going to just use a little tiny part because I would much rather you go to Pooh's channel and listen and watch. So please do so. The link will be in the description. It is well worth it.
a meth shop, baby.
Bang, bang, bang on the door, baby.
I am the one who knocks.
Ding, 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 gus explodes, baby.
With the old man.
Bang, bang.
Say my name, baby.
Bang, bang.
Heisenberg, baby. Drops a load, baby.
It more of a teaser because I want you to check it out on Pooh's. Go check out Pooh's channel. I'll put the link in the description. I know I kind of distorted it because I just personally don't agree with posting people's properties, you know, so that they're identifiable and stuff. So at least it's not identifiable, and we're not here to shame anyone, but it is a what did we call it again? A meth dwelling or shack, whatever you want to call it. Just saying. It's still a very bad thing, and I don't know why we're glorifying suspects over on Ziggy's channel. That is not cool, in my opinion. Why are we glorifying suspects on any channel? I've seen a lot of channels lately glorifying suspects, paying them money, buying them gifts, you know, so they'll bring you content. What about the missing children? Your content does not matter. What matters are the children who are missing. You seem to have lost that. That is gone. Completely gone. I don't know if it was there to begin with you, Ziggy. I think others started out well, and then the money, you know, you see those dollar signs in their eyeballs. I can picture it. I think that's what happened with a lot of people. They lost their focus. I don't believe you had a focus to begin with. You came on here reading out a CPS report that you got from Facebook. Yeah. That explains it all, in my opinion. Not to mention the bones. Summer's dog's puppy that you took home and exploited and made merch with. I mean, we could go on, and believe me, there's a list of all of the things you have done to others. Summer, her brothers, her loved ones, her neighbors, anyone and everyone that you can think of to exploit, including Fred. Hell, he's probably exploiting you too. You guys are a bunch of sick bastards. So the rest of this part's kind of boring. It's just Ziggy explaining what's going on with Fred and why a notification came in through VineLink or whatever you call that thing. So I'm going to put it on fast speed, but if you do want to hear it, you can always slow it down to 0.75 or something, and it should slow down a bit, or even 0.5, because I made it really fast. So we'll speed through it, and it's, again, boring. So here we go. It's just more of Ziggy standing up for Fred and, you know, telling everybody, oh, it's not such a big deal. Ugh. Anyway, it's boring.
Hawkins County, this agency says Hawkins County down here. This agency, let's see, it is a reporting agency to the Department of Corrections. But down here is record details for, look at that, oh my god, dude. See, agency, Tennessee Department of Corrections right here. And this one's this agency is Hawkins County. It's Hawkins County. But the other record right here is Tennessee Department of Corrections. And see me down here, agency Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. It's the same thing, it's just that Tennessee Department of Corrections has put in their system in the FOIL search. Hey, Kay. So that's all that means. And all it stated, all that text stated, let me read it. Since we received additional info about offender Fred from Tennessee Department of Corrections, the offender has a split confinement sentence. This means the offender may be required to serve part of the sentence in continuous confinement. She cut out a really important part. This means the offender may be required to serve part of the sentence in continuous confinement. And then she cuts out the part that says, which one? Somebody sent me this earlier. Dang, I don't know who sent to me. Who has the original one? Because she cut it off. But let me look here. This means the offender may be required to serve part of the sentence in continuous. It said something. It said up to 1 year in jail. We already know he has a split confinement sentence. That's what his sentence was. All he's telling us is a split confinement sentence and how to do part of his time in jail. Up to 1 year. Means nothing. Literally. So here, if you go on the Tennessee Department of Corrections, you'll see his photo is now up on, already my photo, but he has a Tennessee Department of Corrections number now, and his birthday is 11/11, which is, it's funny because I was seeing 11/11 every year.
You're still my little love monkey. Your love is like a dream come true. I shower you with coconut cream pie. Love is like a summer cream. Can't you see we're meant to be? Our love is stronger than a golden banana. You're still my little love monkey.
actually doesn't count. It doesn't really do anything except take off 2 months, extra time you spent. All it does is count towards like how long you have probation. Or if you were violate probation in the future, it would reduce the amount of time you have to serve by about a couple months. But you're facing 9 years was a couple months. It would be a big deal to you once it's 14 years sins though, and you get. Let me see here what you're saying. McDonald's gave me a regular Coke instead of diets. Oh my God. You guys, this is crazy. I have both of them like on my lap right now. Guys, this isn't gonna work. Athena, can you sit like, I don't know, we're gonna switch this around. I'm sorry, I don't know how we can do this here. Oh, there. Can you sit right here? Like right there? I'll try to scoot over and give you space. Come on, you've got to work with me. You cannot be on my lap too. Like she's wanting to be on my lap. Look what she's doing. She won't sit beside me. She wants to be on my lap instead of Bandit. So this is what she does. Can you see? Hold on. I don't even know if you guys can see me. Hold on. Athena gets jealous and will not sit beside me because she's like, well, can you sit right here? Come on. There, like this. Here. Oh, yay. See, this would be a great family photo. Ew. Okay. Hey, Lucky Lou. What the heck? What's a love seat? Like, well, it's like a 2-seater couch. Don't. Athena, she's very, very solid. And so I feel bad. I feel so bad that I try to treat him the same.
Sorry, but it's fairly obvious you don't. And that is why Athena is always wanting your attention. Because you always have Bandit in your lap, and Athena probably feels left out. I feel bad for Athena. And you got yet another dog that you can't afford to pay for. You couldn't afford to pay for the first one. You still don't have them fixed. Soon, you're gonna have puppies. I don't know how you don't already. So far, you've been lucky. I bet soon we're gonna have grifting for fixing. That is if it's not too late already.
You know, I'm weird about that. I don't like anybody that feel like, I don't think a child should ever feel like they're the least favorite.
Notice how what comes out of Ziggy's mouth is actually the complete opposite of her actions. It's very interesting how that tends to happen. She's basically justifying or trying to pretend to her audience that she's this perfect, well-balanced dog mom, when we can all see Athena doesn't get the attention that the new dog does. So there's that. Yet she wants to tell you all about how she doesn't play favorites and blah, blah, blah. It's a bunch of BS.
Seriously, I hate that. I don't think it's right to do that. So yeah, so really the only reason why I became live over here, I was really gonna go over on Empress, was just to address that notification that a lot of people got who requested for notifications of Fred Hill on Vine Link. It's just nothing. It's just the Tennessee Department of Corrections putting him into their felony system, the FOIL search, and they just did that today, probably preparing for him to be out of jail and into rehab. So I saw a comment underneath, like I was saying, underneath Crystal's Crime Times post. It's like, I thought he was in rehab. It's like, no, he's preparing to go to rehab. He will be there in a few days, okay? And because of you guys, and you guys have made this, oh my gosh, so much. You guys have it's been so amazing. You know, he is really today. So went to a couple of thrift shops and got some other items like she felt that maybe he needed more of, because you guys had sent pretty much everything he would need, pretty much. And she just got, you know, a few extra shirts and a couple pair of extra pants, just used stuff. You know, she spent like $40, she said, and got a bunch of like used clothes for him and stuff. He's not at all like particular. So, I mean, like I told you, one time I went there and he was wearing Laura's clothes. So I swear it was Laura's like jeans even. Oh my gosh, I love that. That is so funny. Karma just sent me a couple screenshots of me during this. That's really cool. I'm going to be able to use those.
That's funny because that was the first thing I thought of. I'm going to be able to use those.
That's great. Here, I'll change it to the thumbnail right now. Now they're going to help him get that stuff was his. I guess they give him some, like when they release you from jail, they give you some kind of card or something, like a felony ID card or something like that. I don't know, but they set them up with that. They help him like sign up for all that stuff and get all their ID. I already checked to make sure he's gonna be okay. Like he's talked to the rehab place.
Well, there we go. We have our answer. I'm glad he's talking to the rehab people and getting some of this stuff done himself. It will make a world of difference for his recovery if he's, you know, done the work himself. Also, I'll take a minute to add in here, if you're a loved one of someone who's suffering with addiction or alcoholism, there's also help for you out there. Not only can you dial 988 to get resources, but you can also contact Al-Anon and or Nar-Anon. So Al-Anon is usually for loved ones of alcoholics, and Nar-Anon is usually for loved ones of addiction. And sometimes they're interchangeable. If you had to, you could go to one or the other for either. There's also Alateen for kids, and that is super important. There's also 24-hour a day online meetings for both Al-Anon, Nar-Anon, as well as Narcotics Anonymous and Alcoholics Anonymous. So if you ever want to get help that way, I'm going to be posting the links while I'm blabbing on here, so you can take a look there. Because of course, if we are going to be talking about alcohol, drugs, rehab, things like that, we're going to want to post resources to help people in case people are out there listening and they're looking for help. Unlike other people who don't share things like that, yet talk about them constantly.
Check to make sure he's gonna be okay. Like he's talked to the rehab place, and I'm sure like when a lot of people are in active addiction, they move around a lot and they're not stable. I mean, he's been stable because like as far as like where he's at because of his family's land and stuff. But I think rehabs are used to people coming in and having nothing. You know what I mean? Yes, we were talking about Fred. A cross-dresser. Oh no. He just doesn't give a F. It's really what it is, like truly. You know what I mean? He learned from a young age how to let things like what I took years to learn. He learned very young. Ooh,
Ziggy, that smile gets so big when you talk about Fred. But I do have a question. So I know some people think, well, my friend Soup thinks that Ziggy is going to be moving to the hill. Meth shack, here she comes. But I think that Fred and Laura are going to move in with Ziggy. I mean, Ziggy needs help with her rent. Fred is going to need a place to go. Yeah, I mean, it's the perfect little scenario there. But yeah, what do you think? Let me know in the chat or in the comments, or if I can figure out how to do a poll, maybe I'll try to do that. I don't know if my phone will let me, but I'll try. So, do we think Meth Shack? Or wait, let's change that. Do we think Ben Hill or do we think Ziggy's house? One or the other. Nah, 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 nah. Anyway, let me know in the comments or if you're in the live chat, and we'll kind of tally it up and see what we think. And we do have a clip coming up that may actually, have you changing your mind. So Wait for that in just a few minutes.
On how it just doesn't like affect him, and it's like God picked the perfect person to be in his position. You know what I mean?
God picked the perfect person. That smile, eh, Ziggy?
Like nobody else would have been able to handle it like Fred did. The stuff that he's had to deal with because of the Summer Wells case and him speaking out, like, and also because of Dawn mentioning him as a meth dealer.
Fred should definitely be accountable for all of this stuff that you, Ziggy, have pretty much put him into. You showed up at his door. He should be responsible for all his meth use and opening his big mouth and sharing, private details of a missing child's case that is still ongoing and still active. Where is your accountability in that, Ziggy? For jeopardizing the case by letting out details that only law enforcement should have known. If they're not telling us, it's not our business, and there's probably a good reason for that. Where is your accountability? You, as a YouTube creature, should probably have told Fred, it's probably not a good idea to share these details. I wonder if you even told him that you recorded him that very first time. Probably not. Probably not. Maybe you told him after the fact, but probably not. Just like that time he called you and said something about the case that was private, and then he said, oh, maybe don't tell anyone that. And you're like, oh, okay, but you're already live at the time. Ziggy, you put this man in a messed up situation, and you're hurting Summer's case by doing so. Where's your accountability? And the reason I know you don't have any and that you don't care is because you keep doing it over and over. You didn't learn from the very first thing you did that was messed up, and that was those fake CPS reports, the sealed private information that you got from some rando on Facebook that you told the entire world. You didn't learn from that. You didn't learn from a lot of things that you did because you just keep doing them. As I always say, Ziggy, it's a pattern. Your behavior is a pattern, and it's a pattern of bad behavior. Selfish, bad behavior. And it's all so you can get paid. I don't think it's about Summer at all. It's about Ziggy, and Ziggy making sure she can pay her bills and her rent. And when things get a little slow and tight, well, don't worry, Ziggy will just come right online and ask you, right in Summer's name. I can't pay my electric bill this month. Well, might as well ask your subscribers or email them in the back. I mean, we've seen proof of that too. Not cool, Ziggy. Where is your accountability?
Yes, 9 years probation. So that's a long time to not get in trouble, but he's prepared to take it on. So,
well, it's not like he has a choice in the matter, Ziggy. Okay, wait for the giggle.
Oh my gosh. Somebody just sent me an old picture of me and Fred. Wow. This is the time I look horrible, but that's not the point. Here, let me show you guys this. That's hilarious. I'm going to have to send that to him. Hold on.
More giggly giggles. Somebody's super excited.
In this photo that you're about to see, this is the one I'm talking about where he was wearing Laura. I felt like he was wearing Laura's clothes. Oh my god. I don't know what color panties he was wearing. Are you serious?
Does that dog ever shut up? I don't think it does. I don't know. I think I'd try and train my dog to shut the fuck up. But that's just me. maybe you can't. I don't know. I don't really do little dogs. I like a big dog. Anyway, we're moving on here to this interesting clip that I was talking about earlier. So brace yourselves. Brace yourselves. It's a good one. It's short but sweet. And I'm looking at the title, like, why can't Athena come in the backyard too? I don't get it.
I'm going to send a voice message to Laura real quick.
Wait for it. Okay, so Ziggy is going to be sending Laura, which is Fred's partner, I guess. I don't know. They broke up for a while. Maybe they're back together now, I guess. And she's going to be sending her a voice message. And it is very, very interesting. You'll love it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, sorry, hold on. So I'm live with everyone right now, and I just showed them a picture of your cute little pup. But for sure, like, if that happens, you know, it'll be okay. But I just hope that you guys could get everything, like, be kind of on the same wavelength so that maybe you guys can both come up here or closer to up here, you know, and like maybe move out of that area. You can't stay here because I have my daughter here, but like maybe we can find you guys something closer to here.
Well, at least Ziggy is smart enough not to have felons move in her house with her daughter. She just likes to take her daughter to them. Anyway, sorry, moving on. And so Ziggy thinks they should move close by, like, maybe even right next door. Now, what could the reason be that Ziggy would want Fred and Laura to move close by, even possibly right next door? Let me think. 24/7 content? That's what I think. 24/7 content for Ziggy. They could talk about Summer's case all day, every day, and put it on her channel. They could go live together. It would be beautiful. She can exploit Fred's rehab journey. She can exploit it all. Yeah, I think it's pretty messed up, Ziggy. Ziggy, you are a hot mess. All right, let's listen to just a few little clips that I've put together here, and then we're going out. But first, there's just a couple little tiny seconds left of the Laura and Ziggy clip, voicemail clip, whatever it is.
You know? So that's what I was hoping. Sorry, I was just talking to...
Oh my God, I waited and she just never finished that sentence. Shocking. So anyway, she said she's hoping that that's what could happen. She wants them to move right down by her. Yeah, I think it's for 24/7 content. What a hot mess you are, Ziggy. All right, clip time, and then we're going out.
He is the most straightforward, he is the most transparent, honest person of anybody. Listen to how much information we've got out of him. Why is he saying stuff like that? But I've never noticed Fred being like, not being able to answer questions.
He is so... I told him he's going to cry when he sees everything that you guys helped with. He's like, I probably am. He is. He's he's a crier. Telling you, this guy, Fred's a sensitive man. It's crazy to me. He's one of the most... He's very misunderstood. Oh, gosh.
We can look together. Let's chat, baby. Let's chat. Bang, bang, bang on the door, baby. Ding, ding, ding. Gus explodes, baby. Stand by your man.
Do I think Fred is guilty of anything? As far as with Summer, no. Absolutely no way. I would put my life on it. Seriously, I would put my life on it and have a in my head, and if he's involved, pull the trigger because I know he's not involved. That's how sure I am.
In me and you, I think about you day and night.
I asked him. Isn't it funny how I mean, not making fun of him, but he just is so country. He's like, he says the Lord and instead of God, he's just so like wholesome. I don't know. He is not like what people think. It just makes me laugh because I don't.
He is the most straightforward, he is the most transparent, honest person of anybody. Listen to how much information we've got out of him.
So, let's sum it up a little bit here. Just a brief summary. Oh, there you have it. Thank you for being here for part 2. And if you were with us for part 1 as well, thank you for being here for such a long time and supporting the channel. If you haven't seen part 1, I will also put the link to that in the description. I mean, it doesn't need to be watched in order, really, technically. So yeah, the link will be in the description along with all kinds of other important links. I'm not even sure what else to say about this, except Ziggy, you're doing too much. You're inserted into this investigation. You've definitely hurt people in this investigation, if not messed with justice for Summer. You don't interview suspects in an active investigation. You just don't. You're not a professional, and even if you were, they don't do that either. Also, when you're giving money and gifts to these suspects that you're interviewing, they become not credible because you're basically bribing them. Not a good look. It's not smart, okay? It's not good for Summer's case. You're a tragedy pimp. You do this for money. All you care about is money. You don't care about who you hurt in the process, who you may put in danger in the process, including your buddy Fred. You've put him in danger multiple times. And again, he's responsible for himself as well, so don't get me wrong. But Ziggy, you're doing too much. You spread misinformation. You spread lies. And I don't feel like your source here is all that credible, okay? Just the drugs alone. Not to mention the fact that we've heard from multiple people that he may just be pulling your chain for some money. I really do think that the main reason that Ziggy stands up for Fred so much and goes to bat for him so much is because if Fred isn't a credible witness or a credible source of information, then that makes Ziggy not a credible source, which we already know that's the case, obviously, but she doesn't want to look like not a credible source or a credible channel. But Ziggy, all you do is spread misinformation. You're doing too much. I don't know why you never spoke about what actually happened with his children, who are not minors now, so it's a little more safe to talk about it. But it's a similar type of thing as to what happened with Don and Candace. And why don't you talk about that? He lied about that to you, or you're lying for him, or everybody's lying because what you told us and what actually happened, it's not the same story. So that's an important thing, I think, I would say. I don't know, especially if we're talking about character references here. Yep, there was another creator who covered all that. And he may be a nice guy. But the truth is, Ziggy, you don't know the dude from Adam. He could be lying to you. I'm sure he has lied. Well, we know he's lied to you. There's a very good possibility that he gives you information in exchange for all the things that you do for him. You don't know him. He could be here for money too, just like the rest of them. We know he's not been completely honest, so that's important as well. The other day you sat up there talking about how great he is because he pays so much in child support. Like probably back owed child support. I mean, I don't know though. But Ziggy, that's the law. He has to pay child support. So rather than addressing the misinformation that he and you put out there about that situation, you chose to make him look good by talking about the child support, but you failed to mention all the terrible things that happened back then. That shows that you have some type of ulterior motive here. And I know you know, because you're such a good researcher, there's no way you don't know. So you didn't correct the misinformation, and you seem to have no problem talking about all the terrible things that Dawn and Candace did to their kids. Anyway, the point is, you're doing too much, you're spreading misinformation, you're putting people in danger, and I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon, especially considering you want him to move near you. There'll be 24/7 content anytime Ziggy wants. She's going to use you. But then again, you're using each other, in my opinion. The only problem with that is that you're both using Summer. You're both using a missing child's case to profit from, and that is wrong. If you want to have your little friendship, love affair, whatever you want to call it, stand up for Fred, great. Do it on your own time. Leave Summer out of it. Stop publicly putting people in danger, especially this investigation and justice for Summer. And stop publicly naming people and giving out their information. It's not cool. They don't need to be dragged up in this and have people looking them up and trying to call them and harass them. I don't think any more people in this case need to be harassed, bothered, brought out publicly. Also, that Ziggy can pay her bills because she doesn't want to get a job. Ziggy, get a job and leave Summer alone, and leave all the people alone surrounding her case. Because most of us out here, we want justice for Summer. We don't want her case to be a big, giant mess. And that is what people like you are doing to it. Making a mess. Summer deserves justice, and the people around there, they deserve to be left alone as well. Let law enforcement take care of it.
Yeah, I'm always on the move. If you get in my way, you'll catch a 1 and 2. Got a clear view, penthouse vision mood. To the top, I'm gon' pop, you gon' see me soon. I got a vision of winning, living like I'm a millionaire. Got a vision, I'm willing to do anything to get there. Man, I'm driven and building something that people calling rare. Always prepared, I'll teach you when I get there. Taking lessons, it's a blessing. Only happy when progressing. I don't ever second guessing. Know your path, get obsessive. Have a mentor that's aggressive. Teach you things, have objectives. Changing lives from depressive all to something so impressive.
Yeah, we all have things standing in the way of our wildest dreams. You gotta tell them how it be. Move out the way or get buried underneath. I said move, bitch, get out of my way. Move, bitch, get out of my way. Move, bitch, get out of my way.
Move, bitch, out my motherfucking way.
Yeah, we all have things standing in the way of our wildest dreams. You gotta tell them how it be. Move out the way or get buried underneath. I said move, bitch, get out of my way. Move, bitch, get out of my way. Move, bitch, get out of my way.
Yo, bitch, out my motherfucking way. I get it daily, kid, work so hard I'm off the grid. But you can find me in the zone, getting after it. It takes work, you don't need to be talented. That's for people who are lazy, want it fast and quick. I got goals, they never get old in my soul. I'm on a roll, I'm going all in, never fold. I'm in control, the driver's seat is made of gold. I'll teach you how to do it one day when my story's told.
Yeah, we all have things standing in the way of our wildest dreams. You gotta tell them how it be. Move out the way or get buried underneath. I said move, bitch, get out of my way. Move, bitch, get out of my way. Move, bitch, get out of my way.
Move, bitch, out my motherfucking way.
Yeah,
needs. Never let them tell you that you're not, cause you are. Don't let them make you look dumb, cause you're smart. You don't never have to act like you're tough. Let me be the one to say that you're enough. Never let them tell you not, cause you are. Don't let them make you look dumb, cause you're smart. You don't never have to act like you're tough. Let me be the one to say that you're enough. You are enough to me. Are you enough for you? Look in the mirror and ask yourself what you wanna do. Be enough for you.